slowly, but Raptor has been happy to pick up the more aggressive picks, and we'll have to see, because Owner, as long as he's not playing against Peanut, I think really has a lot of consistently great moments, and Peanut kind of does that against everyone.
Yeah. I think Canyon also joins that one, but I mean, Gen G are a very different beast.
I never mention Gen G.
Yeah, they're not real. They're not real here in the LCK. We're just going to give them the clean sweep and move on. After this, in fact, it is Gen G looking for the clean round robin, which no team has ever done.
Ever, Atlas.
And we've had some pretty amazing teams. So yeah, you can definitely see that they are a cut above. But let's focus on BNK versus T1 for this one. T1, I think if it's anything but a clean 2-0, then I'm going to be disappointed, mainly because I'm really looking forward to their rematch against Homolife Esports, and I want to see them in the best condition possible heading into the... Does mean that any sort of engage that they were lacking wouldn't have mattered. They have Leona anyway, but they're going to outrange BNK anyway, so playing in the neutral with this composition just sounds miserable for BNK.
It does.
How does Zyra ever get in there to do plant stuff?
Yeah, you don't. You already got to just poke. A lot in this game is going to ride on how well Duro can do. Because he can find engages as Alistar.
Yeah.
I think Alistar does somewhat struggle when you don't have map control and you try to set up engages, because his engage is pretty telegraphed, right? Like you can flash and pulverize, but it is always something that I think particularly teams like T1 are very experienced with playing into, compared to something like Durel, the Nautilus, which are a little bit more sure, or Leona, which is non-committal. I just think that this is so T1. Like, T1 love playing these fiddly poke-style compositions. I think in isolation, the BNK comp looks good. Good spread of damage. You got engage, you got frontline, you got strong lanes. In practice, though, I think T1 are very happy. There is some volatility here, particularly towards that mid lane. But as long as T1 can manage that, I think they're looking good here. These
Tristana Ivern compositions just seem so incredibly difficult to deal with. It's Zeus on his Jace as well. An uphill battle, potentially, for BNK. But let's see what they can do as we hop onto the Rift for game number 1. All right, here we are onto the Rift for game 1. T1 fans out in force here.
Hannah actually standing his ground there. Also very obviously faking that he had reinforcements on the way, because if they knew that was an actual 1v2, he might have been in some trouble.
I mean, there are a few cooldowns down, and it was only level 5 for Keria, so maybe that's just...
Top side. And they do spot this a little bit. They think they have enough people, but Duro just kind of catches them off guard. Actually, nicely done. Not going for the flash headbutt combo. First getting the knock up, then going...
Nika going to make his way over. Zeus gets on down here, but Clear will be able to secure this turret. Can they keep themselves alive, though, is the question. As Faker looking to try and get out, but the Valkyrie's going to be there. Closer's still looking for more. Oh, the root caller comes in. That's going to stop the aggression. About trading it for Baron. Teleport does come in here.
Yeah, with Zyra?
I mean, they have Leandris.
Yeah, you can. They gotta be sneaky about it, and I think they would have already had to pull the trigger. Now the rotation for T1 is really easy, and it's T1. I don't think you're gonna catch them off guard. Are gonna spot it now. Do know this is going on as Duro.
Oh, Arrow is going to pierce on through, but now Duro could be in a whole lot of trouble. He has to flash as he takes Keria with him. Solar Blade doesn't do too much, but now Clear has found the back line. There goes Keria as kill number 1. True Shot Barrage splits the middle of the fight. They have lost a lot of health bars. Headbutt pulverized, and Gumayusi, he's too far forward, and now Clear wants even more. He's flashing in the Strangle Thorns, and there's the double kill for Closer. I mean, I didn't see it working, but then it just worked.
And it looks like Duro is making a classic challenger mistakes, tries to get the catch on a Tristana.
Right.
This is still very risky. I want to reiterate, this is a very big Jace.
Oh, Clear blocking.
That's big.
The shot blast. That was beautiful. Yeah, this is just secured. BNK going from good to better. It's not necessarily any better, and you're wondering, is Arrows going to connect once again? And like, what is this? Targeted arrows? That's insane. All right, they're going to grab another inner turret. this Rebel Baron power play is starting to get completely out of control. We're moving towards a 6,000 gold lead. There's a Solar Flare. That's going to connect. There's Clear, finally discovered. Keria does have the Eclipse available, but Clear's got a World Ender, and he has got a right to use it. He's going to be able to take down the Leona now as B&K, they just have all of the control. The arrow is going to be avoided by the Arcane Shift. Nicely done there. The opportunism, though, I love it here from Henna. And they're going to get the big old triumphant roar, and everyone's going to be absolutely fine. Closer also, look at that gusto. Just utilizing his Valkyrie to eat some cooldowns. As now T1, they don't want to give this one up. Dura going to be discovered there as Faker going to have to rocket jump his way back. In goes Closer there, finds that Trinity Force proc onto Gumayusi and just does so much damage. My goodness, this Dragon, not long for the world. T1 not going to be able to contest that one, but it's this next Baron in 1 minute's time that I'm really worried.
Look at the power spikes. Right?
Oh, it's huge. And Closer, I don't think I've seen him this large in a game so far this season. As
maybe not even
trying to stay out of vision. Closer is now on vision completely. Dura going to get spotted here. This Baron is going down so incredibly low. Keria gets into the pit. He'll have some vision there. The health bars are going low. Ona, can he get in there? The answer is no. The Stranglethorns gets the knockups as well as Keria thrown around like a ragdoll. Faker dives in now. They're looking for the last-ditch effort. As Clear has found Ona, he dives on top of Faker and executes him. Zeus now trying to do what he can, but it is over. It is done. They'll take the Baron. They'll take the team fight. And by goodness, they're going to take the game.
In B&K, we were watching, we're holding our breaths, Atlas, because we were like, there's no way. There's no way, right? That even a game win would be colossal for this team. And you look at the scoreline, it's not even close.
It's not. And it's beautifully executed. It's wonderfully played here from B&K as well. Maybe this is the start of their resurgence right at the end of the first round robin of summer. There goes the Nexus. It's only one game, but this is a team that was at the very bottom of the standings, 9th place. To then taking a game off T1 is massive for this squad.
And I'm left scratching my head as well for POG. I think I got to give it to Closer. I think that mid lane performance absolutely beautiful, but I think a Duro vote.
I mean, a Raptor vote as well.
A Henna vote.
His arrows are pretty good.
I don't know. I hope this is a split one because I think this was a team effort.
Yeah.
Clear in some of the team fights had a pop-off moment.
He did.